He's not going to throw 105. You don't want him to throw 105.
Yes, I do.
What?
That's what I like. I like balls hit far. I like balls thrown fast. That's what I fucking like.
Paul Skeens is the next big thing. He throws gas, electricity out of his arms. Skeens is part of a generation of pitchers that continue to chase one thing: velocity.
It all goes back to how baseball players are reared and what their priorities are. And the priority is velocity.
They're thinking about trying to throw as hard as possible because that's what the analytics say is most effective.
The evidence is clear that hitters are not nearly as successful against pitches 97 miles per hour with spin rate of, let's say, 2,600 RPM.
Adnan Virk is bang on. In fact, last year's hitters were batting 50 points lower on fastballs thrown harder than 96 miles per hour compared to 90, 93 miles per hour. But this constant chase of velocity, it comes at a price.
Well, not what you want to hear when it's an arm injury.
Starts dangling like that and shaking it, never a good sign.
I wonder if he felt something in his elbow.
Since StatCast started tracking it in 2008, the average four-seamer velocity has ticked up over 2 miles per hour. At the same time, Tommy John surgeries have skyrocketed. From 2010 to 2015, the number more than doubled to an all-time high of 181. While the number has come down a bit since the pandemic, an issue persists. I've got a theory that goes like this. As more and more pitchers go under the knife, baseball loses more and more of its star pitchers. The marquee names are becoming fewer and fewer.
It's 100% true, and it's problematic for baseball because when you lose half of your players, essentially, to always being subject to this arm injury that's looming and lingering over every guy out there, it's almost like half of your players can't be stars because are they going to be out there long enough to do so?
But will baseball change? Right now, the answer is no, because, well, this type of pitching is working. So the better question might be, what are the long-term consequences?
I think eventually you just say to yourself, this is the way baseball is played now. Like now, I believe the average start is 5 1/3 inning, and that's it. You're just going to see starting pitchers go 5 innings. It's not going to be household names. It's not marquee names. You will get some elite starting pitching matches, but it's not like what it was in the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s.
I'm enamored of what pitchers are able to do with the baseball these days and how the stuff that we're seeing is better than we've ever seen before. And yet at the same time, I look at it like this game is suffering in ways on account of pursuit of that type of stuff. And so how do you have that balance?
The rise of kind of analytically focused pitching on focus on velocity and not going more than 2 to 3 times through the lineup with the starting pitcher, I think that's all kind of symptomatic of kind of this larger issue that we have.
Ultimately, fans have realized, and especially the owners have realized, we can cobble together really good starts without marquee stars.
Pitchers are now interchangeable, and we view them as almost an asset rather than an actual human being.
I don't think it's going to change unless somebody wills it across the finish line.
I think baseball has looked at it. I don't know how you can fix it. I really don't. It's just a tough situation to have so many players with Tommy John. I think it's frustrating, but I don't know what the fix is.
If things do change, this is a decade-long project to see any results.